Başkenti Brüksel'den, Avrupa Parlamentosu'ndan hepinize merhaba. Malum şu anda var olan en yoğun gündem konusu parlamento seçimleri. Bugün de yanımızda Avrupa Parlamentosu üyesi Pierrette Herzberger-Fofana var. Kendisiyle mevcut siyasi tabloyu, değerlendirmelerini ve beklentilerini konuşacağız. So, hello and welcome.
Hello.
I would like to start with a personal question about you. You graduated in German social linguistics in Paris,
Yes.
and you got another degree from the University of Trier. And then you earned your PhD at the University of Erlangen, Nuremberg, with a thesis on French-speaking women's literature in sub-Saharan Africa. After these, how do you evolve your own career, and what are you most proud of what you have done at this point?
First of all, thank you very much that I have the opportunity to speak with you. If I speak about my career, first I must say that my first career as a teacher, as a lecturer at a university was my point and my aim when I came to Germany. I didn't expect that I am going to be committed so that I would have made a political career. But I'm very, very happy that I had the opportunity to be a parliament, and since I am the only one black woman for Germany, I must say I am a little bit proud, because not because of me, because I think I inspired a lot of young women in Germany, also migrant women, Turkish women, and a lot of them now said, oh, it was possible that she came to a parliament, so I tried. And I found for that I am very proud, because I opened the door, you know, and to know that I opened the door and other women are going now to come as a young women, I think
so you're a muse for young people, for Turkish and African
Turkish migrant, a lot of migrant people, because Europe is diverse, and I think is good now in the next legislature or over next. I would say over next, because I know for Germany there is no black women anymore. Yes, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but at least for my party there is no one. I can say for my party there is no one. I haven't seen from the other party, but last time I was alone, and I don't know. But I am happy because, not proud, happy to inspire young people, and also women who are not so young. You know, if you come to Germany, if you come in a foreign country, first of all you have to manage your own life. And when you manage your own life, so you start to be committed. And that's why I think that most of the migrant women who are going to be involved in politics are not very, very young women, because they have to manage their life.
Yeah, all of the age can into the political career. It doesn't matter is that young or not.
Yes, you have to manage your own life, and when you manage your own life, so you can start, at least it was my case, so you can start with something else to engage here for women and so on. But now we have also in Germany a lot of young girls, yes, who were born there. So that's something else, because they were born there, they know they don't need to manage like me, for example.
They don't
have the same problem. First of all, they don't have the problem of the language. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
So I had the problem, I had to learn German until you can speak in German properly. It takes time.
Of course.
And then you have so to speak in German that you say, oh, now I can even speak in the political language, if I can say.
This is something else.
As you
said that, you can learn a German language. You also have to learn a political German language. I think this is also proud for you. Yeah, you learn both German and for German language to political areas. I want to ask that, how did you decide to take to political areas? Did you inspire it from anybody else, or how did you decide?
No. It was a little bit funny, I said. I was always engaged and committed in women politics, but in association.
In Germany?
Yes, in Germany. But I was the representative of a big organization that AWARD, African Association for African Women for Research and Development, and I was the representative in Europe. And I went to Beijing to the big conference. Maybe you was not born. And when I came back, the Green Party asked me if I don't want to be involved in politics and so on, because they always read that I have made this and I've made that for women, so most migrant women or also German women. And so I came to politics. It was not my aim when I came in Germany.
So it was a process.
Yeah, it was a process. It was not my aim. And so now I am here where I am.
I want to continue with something about a parliament. How did you spend previous term in parliament? Were you able to realize the plans you had in mind? You have some plans in your mind, a previous term in parliament. So did you realize to something?
Yes. When I came to the parliament, I had a plan, and my plan was, first of all, the problem of the diversity.
Yeah.
Because, we speak about diversity, but there is no diversity here in the institution. Yes.
Of course, there's a lot of people, 27 countries, and the people...
27, but it's just white people.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course, it's a white parliament. And I think even if we are in Europe, we have a lot of persons who were born here, Turkey, for example, there are 4 million in Germany. We have a lot of people who are engaged, and they considered Europe as their own country. And I thought it was my plan to work on that area, and also with the relationship between Africa and Europe, because Africa is the next neighbor, yes? And we have also historical relation, a very, very strong relation, historical relation with some countries, some European countries, not with all, but most of the West countries, like France, Portugal, Spain, and so Germany too. And some countries in Africa were also former colony, yes? And I wanted really to make something so that the relation between both countries, also both continents, not always this bad idea or picture they gave, yes? Sometimes it's always problems. No, we are, first of all, we are friends. Yes, we are friends. That's what a lot of people forget. Yes, the relationship between Europe and Africa are very, very strong, but it's also a relation of friendship. Yes, and that relation of friendship is not known. Nobody knows. For example, nobody knows, or the very few people knows, that African people, African soldiers die here in Europe to liberate Europe from Nazi during the
they also was a part of the European communities,
of the
course.
Community, yes. And all those things is what I wanted to really to focus, and that's why I made also on that area. So I made also exhibition to show that, yes, how our relations are very, very strong. And I hope that the relations are going to be always better and always positive, and not always just problems. Nobody loves to listen to problems.
Yeah, it's actually a manipulation, because, as you said, that we all know African communities or countries like just a problem, because they also have soldiers, and also they have people, a very good, very educated, well-educated, and they are part of the European communities also. So you are a representative for the African community, so I think it's great. I want to ask you something more. Do you believe that the parliament process, the parliament diversity observation will change one day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, I am optimist.
Yeah. So you have belief.
Yes, and I have this hope, and I am quite sure. Not yet, because it's a long process. But I'm quite sure one day maybe I shall be old grandma, and it will happen. And I had the pleasure to say, so look at the Parliament. The Parliament is now like Europe is. A lot of people.
Of course. Europe is not only the white people.
Not only white people, but it's black people, it's people from Asia, from Arabian, from Turkey, from everywhere. And we can live together, and we can make something together that the world will be better. But, you know, everybody has to do his part.
Yeah, of course. Everybody has to do something for that.
Yes, everybody. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And what are your plans for the coming period? You co-chair the Anti-Racism and Diversity Group. So what are your most important plans to tackle racism? So will you do something to tackle with racism, or yes, you have some plans?
Yes, yes. So I had a lot of plans. First of all, to speak to the young people, you know,
to inspire for them.
Yes, yes. Of course, young people, they listen what the parents say or what they heard everywhere, and then they don't think about how is bad or something like that. I am quite sure if we have the possibility, as I said, to speak with the young people, to change the books also, the historical books, because I was teacher and I saw some books about other countries, other Africa. Of course, if I always speak about, or I describe somebody as a bad person or somebody who doesn't have anything in mind, it's not interesting. So I am going to look at the person as inferior.
Yeah, there is some stereotypes
about that. It's a stereotype
and
prejudice, and that's what it was my plan, and that's why I was very happy to be in the RD. That's what we have, the Intergroup, and we work a lot. We make a lot of webinars and also a big exhibition. We make many exhibitions, and each year we had the week, the Anti-Racism and Diversity Week. And it was something new in the Parliament, for example.
So you have changed something in Parliament?
Yes, I can say, not only I.
Yeah, of course, but you and your
Intergroup, we changed something. We brought this week, International Week, 1 week, the Roma Week, and the Muslim. We spoke about many topics like Muslim. There's a lot of Muslim in Europe, and sometimes we don't speak about them.
Of course, because there is also stereotypes about the Muslims.
And also stereotype. And we changed a little bit, and so I can say it's my success. We got a coordinator, and it was what I asked, to have a coordinator, anti-racism coordinator, who are going just to focus on that problem. How is the racism in the institutions, in the school and so on. And we got it, yes. The Commission gave, said, okay, we are going to have that coordinator, and it was very good because
So you have changed something in Parliament
I can say I have changed a little bit.
You and your group?
And my group, my intergroup, I can say we have changed, because the topic of racism was not a topic.
Yeah, of course, and also you said something important, I think.
It was not a topic, yes?
It was not a topic, it's a reality.
Yes,
and also they have to, as you said, change the education process maybe, because they only know about the African things, like Africa is a problematic country, and also Turkey is just a Muslim country, and Muslim people are just like that. They are connected some things wrongly, and they have to change these things, and also education could be a great
education. And I hope that one day we are going also, but it's just for Germany now, we are going to have black studies at the university, because we don't have black studies at the university. What we have sometimes, as a little bit about Africa, but it's always with France or with American studies, with French studies, but not black studies as a subject, as a faculty. Yes.
Yeah, I think, yes.
And I think it will be the second process and the second step also.
It could be nice. And also I would like to ask a few questions about Africa, which is very important for you, I know that. Africa, how do you expect the European Union's relations with non-European countries, especially Africa, to be shaped in the new period?
Yes. So we have, I don't know if you know, we have now the new agreement, the Samoa agreement. That the new agreement, before we had the post-Cotonou agreement, so, and now it is the Samoa, and the new agreement is focusing on the relationship of Africa and Europe. But when we made it, we focus on, I'll say always, that relationship is based on respect, you know, on respect, and also that you see your partner on the same level like you, you know, because if the political relation are just money to give, so Europe give money and Africa is a beggar.
Not only about the economic things.
Yes, so it's not properly, it's not good even for who gave and also who receive, you know. And with the new agreement, Samoa agreement, and even now we change also that we make it each region, the region of Africa, East, North, and so on, because it's not all the same problem we have. Yes.
Yeah.
In West Africa, you get some problem, and they are not the problem of East Africa, or they are not the problem. And I think it will be also a step forward now.
So maybe they should gain a respectful attitude towards the other countries, which is not a part of the European Union. So they could be a great solution. Yeah. As a politician of African origin, what role do you think the European Union and Belgium should development of Africa?
Yeah, that's right. Respectful relation, first of all.
First development should be respectful.
Relation, and of course, it's political and economical relation, but not based on profit. And that's a big problem because, you know,
they only see the other countries
profit,
for profit.
What they can take out.
Yeah,
right?
They have to change their mindset.
That we have, Belgium and
European Union.
All European Union, they have to change. But I think it was, I had the impression that they changed a little bit, you know, when we were making that agreement, because we have been in a lot of African countries, and also from the side of Africa, we just not say just for a European to accuse, no, also from the side from Africa, that people said, yes, we wanted also to bring something to Europe, yes, for example. Yeah? Because Africa is a young continent, that's the power with a young continent, and how can we have our relation, that relation will be from given and take, but not take with profit. Don't take everything from us with profit, and we don't want also just to take from you with profit.
They shouldn't only see the countries for their profits.
The profits, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I think,
I want to ask you something more. Do you think that the new generation has changed? Like, their mindset is, I think, different from the past generations. Like, we think that all of the diversities, all of the nations, like Africans or Muslims, doesn't matter. They or we are think something respectful things towards each other. So do you think that the new generations are good compared to the past generations?
It's not good or bad. It's just more opportunity. You know, the young generation has now the opportunity to know much more, to discover, yes, you know, and to discover how Europe is and how Africa is. And I must say, even if I don't like too much media and social media.
Social media is a factor, I think.
I must say it's something that good also, because it gives a reality, as a reality, a real picture of both, you know, and that's why I am quite sure that the younger generation is going to make the big step forward in that in that relation, and also in how to see how to manage with the political problem. Also, because it's open, you know. When you know somebody better, you are open for that person. And if you don't know somebody, you just listen what you heard like that. And I am quite sure And it will be also good because it's going to have importance and an influence on the human rights in Africa, you know?
Yeah.
And I can say for Africa, because some part of countries must have, maybe have another idea of a human right, we say like that, another idea of human right. And I'm quite sure with the exchange, we have much more exchange with young people from Africa and who are coming to Europe and so on, and European people who are going to Africa. And that's why in the parliament we had that program, Erasmus, and we open it. Yes?
Yeah, of course.
And we open it, and for example, people from, at the beginning it was just students who are going to another country, another European country. But now it's a possibility that a student from Africa can come here.
Of course, and also people also go to the African countries.
And yes, and I think it's a very, very, very good
beneficial,
thing. Beneficial, because I have seen that in Kenya, and it was fantastic to see how a German who are now in Kenya, they have their partner, and you know, and you get close ties, yes, and how I said at the beginning,
because now you know something about
you know
Kenya.
about, and you have seen how is the reality there, and how the people, why they are making this one, how they have another idea of how they see what is important for you, yes, and why it's not so important there, but how we can work together so that everybody will be happy.
Yeah, I think you're right. And also, now in the new generation, we don't have to go to anywhere like the social media. Thanks to
everything.
Yeah, I know something about Africa and also Kenya because I can also watch some videos or talk with people who lives in there, and also I can gain some information from these countries. I think we should also use these things.
Yes, it's very good, the social media, because you know everything in quick time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, very, very, very quick. You know what happened today here, what happened there, and so on. It's very good, and that's why I say it's not that the old generation was bad. No, she didn't know.
Yeah, of course, they don't have any chance to do that. She didn't have the
chance to know, and it was very difficult, you know, just to get the good information. And now you can have of course, you get also fake news, of course, but you can get the good information if you research, make your own research, and you get the good information, and it will be a benefit for both, yes, for Africa and also for Europe.
Yeah. So, how do you assess the democratic process and human rights situation in Africa, and what initiatives do you intend to take on these issues? Like, there is some problem about the human rights in Africa. So, how do you think that they can change, or you change something in Africa about the human rights, or do you have some plans to tackle with that, like a diversity?
First of all, yes. I had, now it's no more, I had a big project I wanted to make with not Africa, Caribbean and Pacific, because I was in charge of the 3 continents, and it was a project about women and gender-based violence, the Carta. It was my big project and my heart also, because when I was it was in Maputo in Mozambique, we heard things like female genital mutilation, violence, forced marriage, and so on. Okay, but that's specific for Africa maybe, but violence is everywhere.
Yeah, violence is everywhere. They only think that these are just happening in some countries.
And that's why I said, to my colleagues, you know, violence against women is everywhere. I have been in a lot of countries, America, in Europe, in China,
in
Turkey, everywhere. So why are we not going to do a big project together?
Yeah.
You know? And that's what we started. It was accepted in Luanda in February, even. And I am quite sure with that project, I hope that somebody is going now to take it, yes, because I'm quite sure if we are able to work together, yes, on violence against women, for example, that's a human right, so, you know, and so people in Africa and here, everybody is going to know, yes, you are a woman, you have your right. Nobody has the right to slap you. Yes, but in some countries, for example, I know where I came, I said, no, it's just the husband. Yeah, that's right. No, it doesn't have the right to slap your, and so on. And I think if we can have a project, also we can make work together, the big project, we can change the mentality and the mindset of the women, the mindset of the men.
Yeah, I think the mindset of the man is important because you highlighted the important problem, like women's rights.
Women rights.
It's an universal problem. Like it's not only happening, as you said, that the poor countries like Africa and Turkey,
in Germany,
in European countries, women are suffered from the men's manipulations and patriarchal things. So I think it's also common in here. So women should be aware of that, and also men, not only women.
No, we have both. Yeah. So for example, when I am in Africa and I said, in Europe we have violence, people say, what? In Germany? No.
Yeah, they think that because it's not happening in European countries.
They said, in Germany, men are going to, no. Are you joking?
Yeah, this is a European.
I'm not joking, that's the reality.
And so,
I think so we can change the mindset and introduce in the mindset, of course, yes, and people are going to see themselves. Yeah, human rights is for everybody.
Of course, and also women's rights and human rights is both for every country.
It's every country.
Yeah, thank you for to say that.
Yes.
And also the last question I want to ask. I would also like to ask a question about the position of the Greens during the election process. So this election, the Greens lost 8.6% votes in Germany.
Yes.
So compared to 2019.
Yes.
What policies are the Greens planning to pursue after this loss of votes?
So I must say, yesterday we had our meeting. We are thinking about, because it was a surprise.
Yeah, what was the reasons, background reasons for that?
We are trying to find the reason why young people, we allow young people to vote, 16 years, well, 16 years in Germany, you can vote 16 and 17. But what was our problem? What have we made that not good, that they all went to the right party? Maybe that's what I think now is not the Green mind. It's not the opinion of the Green, it's my opinion as somebody who was in Germany until last week. I was during the election, and I campaigned also before. I went in school, for example, because I'm a teacher. I went in school, I explained you are allowed, you have the possibility to vote when you are 16 and so on. I had the impression, oh, yes, they are all okay. But I can believe that most of the children listen what also the family say.
Yeah, their families are talking, so they are inspired from their families.
First of all, they are listening what the family are talking, and then they are listening the social media, and we have to say that the right party made a very, very aggressive politic, yes, and campaign, and until the people get, scared. They thought, oh, what happened? Is it true? A lot of people are going to come to our country, make us Muslim, make us, and so on. This type of stereotype are going to introduce that every woman is going to have a veil, and so on.
Yeah, we have to wear hijab if we are Muslim, and we will destroy their cultures.
Yes,
this is a stereotype also.
In Germany, they focus on that, you know. And of course, we have some problem with the migrant, of course, but it's one person who make a problem. It's not all migrant, And I suppose that at the end of the day, they said, oh, maybe it's not so good if we who are going to vote. The Green, they are open. They're too open, maybe.
Yes, too open to accept the migrations into Germany.
And maybe they don't see the problem who are coming. That's why. And now we have to speak about, that's the party, I know, the party is going to explain, to open, really to explain. Of course, we are open, but we see and we know also the problem that the young people in Germany have. The problem that the German men, the German women, the young people they have, that they have difficulties to get a job, that they have difficulties to work in what they want, and so on. And we have to analyze the situation so that we can get the confidence. Again, the confidence of the young people, because it was very, very hard and it pains.
Yeah, and also they have some afraid of the, as you said, migrations, and their families is thinking like that. So they are hearing from the families about something about the migrations. So they think that the Green parties or the other parties who have the same perception that
they are too open.
We have to only tackle with like a green thing or something else, but also migration is a problem, yes, but they have to change some of the stereotypes about their mind, maybe. Yeah, all the Muslims is like that.
Yes.
They are just looking the small communities, and they have some comments about the big communities. So I think, yes, they have to change this.
And you know what is surprising? The region, East Germany, where they vote, all of them, quite all of them, for the right party, in that part of Germany, there are very, very few migrants. Very few. You have even some countries or cities, they don't have migrants. And we cannot understand that. And you see that what they heard, what they suppose, and I think it was the big problem. It's quite incredible. You don't have the problem, and you said, I am going to get your problem if they are coming. No, they are not coming. They are where they are, the migrants.
Yeah, some people are just living into the glass, and they are just commenting about everything. So it's not true, as you said.
Yes, but you know, now we have loose, but it doesn't mean that we are not going to do something. Of course, we are going to speak with the young people. We are going to speak with our electors, because we know. They were very, very open, and they wanted all 2015. They wanted they all vote Green Party, and we had 21 members. Yes, we got 21 deputy, and now it's 12. Yes. So, and we are going to analyze and to see how we are going to come out. So the next legislation, it will be for next year for the German Parliament, the national Parliament, so that we are going to get our 20% and not 11% like
I hope that. I hope that.
Yes,
and except that the Greens planning, I'm very, very happy to meet with you, because you have some great things about the women's rights and also human rights. And also I'm really happy to hear a representative about the African communities in the European Parliament. I think it's really important. I hope that Turkey will have somebody in the European Parliament, or Turkey will have a bigger representative rights in European communities. And then maybe we will have a chance to see the real things about our countries, your countries and other countries, which is not a part of the European Union. So thank you.
Thank you and nice to meet you. It was nice, very much.
Avrupa seçimleri sonrası Pierrette Herzberger-Fofana ile birlikteydik. Bugünlük bizden bu kadar. Brussels Crowd Avrupa'yı sizin için yerinden izlemeye devam ediyor.
Thank you.
Thank you.